Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Beats it again to Doubs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
That's complete to Doubs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Daniil Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, Howell.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Jalen Reagor,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him down, you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Oh, he's got him in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This is Rager with it on the crossing pattern. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Powell. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of inverted plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a... So now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Howell. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Leasine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. They're doing it well now. The great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Second down, Howell now. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Howell will throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So here we go, fourth down, Howell.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 45 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 13-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
In motion comes the tight end left. Give to Cook out of the gun. Room here to run. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys with much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Now he'll look to throw it. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Howell. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Howell trying to pick it up on third. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Fourth down. Howell. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Cook up the gut, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And Gay knocks this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one CD going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores, you don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, then score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Packer first down.
Rodgers to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's probably all in the one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile,